So what you can tell from this video is I'm going to be talking about Marcus Aurelius and his book of meditations. I've done like 6 takes already, so I'm hoping this one's pretty good. I reviewed like a lot of the videos, so this is probably going to be the only one I'm uploading. A little bit of context to him was he was considered to be the last 5 good emperors of Rome. Sorry if I'm talking too fast. His son, Lucius Aurelius, the only way we know of him was from his enemies. His enemies said he was chaotic. He killed his mother, his brother, and his pregnant wife. We all know him probably from the Gladiator movie. I never watched it, but I already see like clips of him from TikTok. Who was Marcus Aurelius? I already said he was the last 5 good, but how did he come into power? Emperor Hadrian adopted Marcus Aurelius into power because he didn't have any biological son. Emperor Hadrian was related to Marcus Aurelius through some sort of way, and following that, Marcus Aurelius spent more than 2 decades into education, and I would say cultivation into following emperor, into becoming the next emperor after Hadrian when he died. The whole book of meditation served as a personal diary for Marcus Aurelius. It never had the idea to be published, and most of it was written during the war times. None of the books had original titles. None of it did. So I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be giving a review about it. And yeah, my take on it is I find it interesting in that way. He talks a lot about death. He says, memento mori, remember you will die. And that's the most popular thing that people keep talking about, or most popular quote that people know of him, memento mori. And it just kind of highlights how life in a way is really fragile and short. It never was meant to bring a burden into you, into people, or any sort of urgency that, oh, life is slipping away, I should do something. It's meant to bring an acceptance to death and the inevitability that everybody is temporary beings in a world that is also temporary. So it's meant for you to get that worth in life, as life is incredibly short. You know, a day could slip by and it just feels like mere minutes. And then boom, you're just 6 months thinking it was a week. The whole book also focused on the present. And it had the idea to focus on your internal actions, focus on what you can control, your, like I said, actions, person, character, and your thoughts. And while having the remembrance that death is inevitable. I'm reading off a script right now. I just wrote it because I'm like forgetting some of these things. I'm forgetting about it. A quote I wrote down was, think of yourself as that you have lived your life now. Take what's yours, take what's left, and live properly. And it served its purpose and its significance by just telling you to be free from your past regrets and past habits, because it's useless. It's just useless weight that brings you down as a person. And being free is just an incredible feeling. Following Memento Mori, there's Amor Fati. I think I'm saying it right, maybe. I don't know. It's Amor Fati is the acceptance of fate. Because the emphasis of death is throughout the book. With the emphasis of death, you also have to learn the acceptance of fate. And yeah, I find it to be interesting because Memento Mori served a purpose for me as I was reading the book, as I was listening to it, that I overthink a lot, I overthink about my future and past so much times. What I could be, what I could have had, what should have been. And it was all just like useless thoughts. You're just creating false realities that is just really just wasteful of your time. You should be living in the present rather than a future that you made up, a past that you think could have been alternated. The whole idea of the book is to help you live in the present. It's to help you live in the present, be free from the weight of your past regrets, be free from the idea of the future, the stress of the future. As we're heading into these times, I feel like it's more important to hold the emphasis of be free from the future, be free from your past regrets, because it's all gonna come to the end. It's all gonna come to an end. We're all gonna die one day, and then you're gonna look back and think that it was all so stupid. It was all so stupid to constantly think of what I could have had, what that's just wasteful. And I think it's pretty good. It held its meaning. To sum it up, yeah, it did provide meaning. It's meaning that you can't control anything external, what people think, what happens in the outside of your body. You can only control what you can, your judgment, your character, your thoughts, and your reactions. And so with that, because our lives are so short, it's a reminder to cherish what you have in the present, and focus on your character rather than any useless pleasures. Any useless pleasures that waste your time, that serves no purpose, and so on. Live a virtuous life with integrity and treating others fairly. Those are the only true measures of a successful life. So yeah, that's the whole review of the Book of Meditations. Thank you for watching this video about my talk of meditations. I'm hoping to make another one in probably the future or so. I finished my audiobook of Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. And also I read like the meditations. I only listened to the audiobook. I it does differ. I wish I had the actual book. Yeah, I could have been talking a lot more with the actual book. But the audiobook did serve its purpose, you know. I did learn a lot from it. I just finished, yeah, I finished Metamorphosis. I'm reading The Devil's Highway right now. So yeah, I could probably make another video in the near future or so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this video.